let's look at Peloton. First off, read this disclaimer carefully. Peloton is part of the fitness megatrend, and the average performance is huge. So massive outperformance vis-a-vis the S&P 500. So let's look at Peloton. Is it going to continue to rally, or maybe will there be a bit of a correction? So this is the company. Okay, so they have seen a huge boost from the lockdowns, people in exercising at home, and here you can see how it works. You can get these bikes which come with these screens, and you can have a trainer through the internet, which of course is very much in line with the major trend of people not simply working from home but exercising from home. So huge moves, big gains. Here you can see some other products they offer. So let's first just quickly look here at the seasonality. We don't have that much data, hence we can't really read much into this. What we can look at, of course, is the chart, because here we have all the data about Peloton. The stock is up 387% within this time frame, the entire time frame of the stock. These are weekly data points. So one of the first things we should look at is the psychology of the investors. So initially you have skepticism for sure, then you have a strong rally. This is definitively a result of the lockdowns. So we've seen a huge, very parabolic move. If we zoom out a bit, you can see just how sharp this move is vis-a-vis the more uncertain period after the IPO. And when you see a move like this, you need to really start to ask some questions. How much is priced into the stock at this point? Because the lockdowns, all of that it's known. We know about that. We know that people have been canceling to a significant extent, their gym memberships, but that is known. So the big question: how much other news will in the future help Peloton? Another thing, of course, is that the gyms out there, and there are some big brands, they are also aware of what happened to Peloton. So there's a very high probability that other companies will move into this exercising from home space. Hence, Peloton is very likely to get more competition. The stock is extremely overbought, though the accumulation distribution line is corroborating the rally. If we go here to daily data points, clearly the bulls are in control. We are overbought here as well, but we have been overbought many times and for longer periods post the virus. So yeah, the bulls are in control, but it is extremely euphoric. You could definitively make an argument here that it's a lot. And from a purely technical standpoint, I think that the probability of a correction is very high for Peloton. And the issue I have with the stock is that, many of their competitors are fully aware of what happened to Peloton, so there will be more competition. And what Peloton has done, it is of course, very much on trend, but it is not something that Peloton can completely protect through all kinds of patents and so on and so forth. It is very easy for competitors to get into this space. That's a risk. Even though Peloton is the leader here in this new age of exercising. Looking at the performance, very strong performance. Options are available, and it is also shortable. The valuations are rather stretched. I like to look at the analyst price targets. The stock is currently trading for $123. The average mean analyst price target is $114-ish. That is minus 7% below the current level. That's more towards the bearish argument for Peloton. If you go to Saks.com, they have a number 3 hold F value score. but they do have an A growth score, C momentum. It is categorized here as leisure and recreational products. I don't really agree with that industry category, because a lot of stuff can be placed in there, hence I wouldn't read too much into this industry rank. The key essence of Peloton is, of course, is fitness, exercising. There's no dividend, market cap 36 billion, well 35.5 billion US dollars. So Peloton Interactive creates fitness products. The brand's content is accessible through the Peloton Bike, Peloton Thread, and the Peloton Digital, which provides a full slate of fitness offerings anytime, anywhere through iOS and Android, as well as most tablets and computers. So very nice combination here of technology and exercise gym products. Okay, so to sum up my take here on Peloton, and also more broadly when it comes to, the fitness theme, because there are multiple stocks in this fitness theme, and the average performance is good. The problem I have specifically here for Peloton is that the big, players in the gym and fitness category, they are also aware that people are exercising from home. Hence, the risk of competition is very, very high. Peloton does have they are leading this major trend. At least it's one of the key leaders. That is of course good. So they do have that first, early mover advantage. The issue is that you need to be able to hold on to that advantage in the face of competition. And there are numerous ways to do that. One of the ways is through patents, trademarks. Another thing is to just build a brand, because if you build that momentum, then you become the product that people think about when they think about exercising. They think Peloton. I mean, that is what Peloton should strive for. Becoming this brand that the customer instantly think about when they are going to satisfy some need or some desire, that requires a lot of heavy marketing. And that is one of the reasons why, even though, as an example, Coca-Cola, it is a huge company in the soft drink business. Everyone knows about Coca-Cola. And one might, a bit naively think that, given that Coca-Cola is so known, what's the point of marketing anymore? There's no point, right? Everyone knows about Coca-Cola. Well, that's the thing. They need to continuously, every single day, market to be constantly in the front of people's minds, and that requires a constant and heavy and escalating marketing effort. And I think that is the best way for Peloton to sustain their momentum. They absolutely need to master marketing. I do think that there's a high probability of correction given the current share price and some of the fundamentals we've looked at. And if we do see some support, as an example, the 20-day moving average here in purple has been a support level. If you do see the buyer step in there, then it could be like a speculative entry point. Ideally, you would like to be able to get it after a bit more, meaningful correction. But the paradox with the corrections is that they also change the psychology, because now people are feeling very bullish. If we were to all of a sudden correct down to the 50-day moving average, even though in a sense it is better, of course, to buy at the 50-day than to buy here, but how people feel about the stock will just be very different. So that's the psychological factor here when it comes to investing, which is one of the most fascinating aspects. Whatever you do, of course, don't fight the trend, and may the trend be with you.